Thank God for that sun. Whew.
So cold. So cold.
Man. Whew, this is not the Caribbean.
No.
This is not. But
it
is on our bucket list.
bucket list.
Yes. So let's start off with who we are. I'm Zach Lefevre with Straightaway Travel.
And I'm Mindy
And
Fontaine
the
with
great
Straightaway Travel, my friend.
Yes. So
We've gone a long way.
we have gone complete opposite of the states.
Yes,
now.
opposite.
Yes.
As you can see, we are in Alaska.
A bucket list item for pretty much everybody, I would say. A
Yes.
bucket list must-do item.
Yes.
Yes.
You cannot do Alaska in one trip, right?
Yes.
There are so many options. Again, that's why it is crucial.
Yes.
It's crucial that you use a Straightaway Travel Advisor because we want to make sure that we get you to your bucket list items to see.
Yes.
Let's go over some of those items in Alaska.
Yes.
So much. You've got bald eagles. You've
Yes.
got whales. You've
Moose.
got moose.
Yes.
And the really cold
Glaciers.
glaciers.
Glacier caves, glacier. You can get to a glacier by a helicopter.
It's insane.
Yes.
Or canoe, like I did.
Yes,
So
yes.
tons of ways.
Yes.
So there's tons of things. And
Yes.
because there's so many options, like I said, you need to have a Straightaway Travel Advisor to help you
Yes.
tackle that bucket list.
Yes. Give us your bucket list.
Yes.
We will make it happen.
Yes, and the first thing, the easy way to kind of ease into Alaska is to talk about a cruise.
Yeah.
A lot of people do the cruising of Alaska. Great way to see tons of ports and bucket list items. However, there's tons of different itineraries, Zach, and tons of different places to sail from, right?
We've both been there now. Tell me, what was your bucket list when you went to Alaska? What was your must-do?
Glacier.
Glacier?
All about the glacier.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am feeling the sled dogs. The sled dogs are a must. That's Balto, the kid movie that everybody grew up with.
Yes.
It's right there. The sled dogs, the glaciers, the wildlife.
Yes, the whales too.
The
I mean, the
whales.
whales. We were with my kids. We the whales. I mean,
Yes.
we'll talk about excursions on another
Yes,
chat.
that's the
But
come.
yes, I mean, you're not going to see the way you can see a whale in Alaska on an excursion is just insane. Like
Yes.
you are right up there in the.
Most
yes.
people also have the Northern Lights on their bucket list. While you might not see them from the ship, we've got a hint on how you go. Stay tuned.
Yes, that's why I use a Straightaway Travel
Correct.
Advisor.
We
We're
will
the
make
best.
it
I just
happen.
love you, my friend.
Yes,
I love
the
you.
best agents. The best.
Yeah, we're the best.
Yes.
Okay, so getting back to
Yes.
getting back to our favorite bucket list Alaskan cruise here.
Yes.
We're going to talk about cruises.
Yep.
Two major ports to sail out of from Alaska. You have Vancouver,
Yep.
Canada, which you have to have a passport for.
Yes. That is
Or
Canada.
you can do the other route, which I did was Seattle. You
Yep.
can go fly into Seattle and sail from Seattle as well. Both round trip options.
Yes. I went out of Vancouver. You went out of Seattle.
Yes.
So let's talk about what to do, because even before you get on that cruise ship, like we've said in the past, there are things to do. You've got to get there at least a day early.
Have to.
If you're going to these places, maybe even 2.
Yes.
I got there 2 days early. You got there
2
a day
days.
early. What did you do in Seattle?
So what we did, we went out of Seattle, and I actually had never been to the city of Seattle, so I was really excited to go tour there. So we stayed right in the heart of the city, and we had tours, went to see the Space Needle,
Yes.
which I loved.
Grey's
Big
Anatomy, every
fan.
episode
I mean,
right
you
there
have
in
to
the
go
back.
and see the Space Needle, right?
Yes.
So we toured the Space Needle.
Okay.
We also did the Chihuly
Yes.
Glass Museum. Awesome.
Yes.
I have never, Zach,
Yes.
the colors.
Yes.
I mean, the design of these like structured glass pieces was just
Gorgeous.
incredible. It's gorgeous.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
I've always
Oh my
wanted to
God.
blow a bowl, but I'm not.
And
that
then I'm not gonna do it
talented.
either. I'm not that talented either. But really, really fun.
Yes.
So we did do those 2 things, and then we also did the Pike's Place Market.
Yes. The fishmongers.
They throw it
fish right over your head.
right over your head. Yes. It
And
smells, but it's
lavender
okay.
everywhere. I love the lavender. Yes.
The lavender's good.
Yes.
And you can get such good seafood. I love it. Great port to sail from. Great. And then, you know, ready for your cruise. Like, you know, it just eases you into that
When we went to Seattle, we did a little bit different. We kind of went out of the city a little bit more. For my Twilight fans, my Team Edward versus Team... What is it for this? Jacob. Jesus, that's how long it's
Edward,
been.
because he's forgotten Jacob. You gotta go by Edward.
I know. Gosh, okay. So there's Forks. You can go out to Forks. Or my favorite part that we did. We kayaked with orcas. Kayaked with killer whales.
Weren't you scared they were gonna like tip you over?
I'm not gonna lie, I might have said a few cuss words, but like when I saw them, there might have been some things that like we don't play the audio to those videos.
You don't.
But,
Yeah. Oh my God.
A pod of orcas, probably from not even me, maybe a little bit further than you, right by our kayaks. All right there in Seattle.
Kayak.
Yes.
And you don't think, some people don't think they can see whales from Seattle.
You can see them
you can see them everywhere. And you see
Yes.
them on your cruise ship too.
Yes.
Now, to really get into the heart of the orcas, you have to do, like what Zach said, a kayak or do whale watching, which we'll get into in another royal chat. But you are guaranteed to see a whale when you head to Alaska for sure. So
now, we did ours a little bit
yeah.
differently than you. When we went on our cruise, we flew into Seattle, but we wanted to drive up through the North Cascades, see those beautiful mountains, kind of get us ready for what we were about to experience on the cruise. So we drove up through to Vancouver, where we round-tripped out of. Vancouver is your second option for a round-trip cruise. There are many things to do again in Vancouver. One can't miss is Stanley Park. The day of your cruise, get out there early. There are plenty of bike rentals out there. You'll experience totem poles. It'll give you the foresty vibes of Alaska. Get you ready for that cruise. Get you in the Alaskan feels. So you must pick one of the two, and we're here to help you figure out which one works for you. If you, and like Mindy said earlier, you do have to have a passport if you go over into Vancouver. So if you start in Seattle and you don't fly straight into Vancouver, well, if you fly into Vancouver, you need a passport too.
Right.
But have that passport on handy and close and near so that you can smooth right through there as well.
Yeah.
Now, there's a third sailing option
Yes.
if you want to do Alaska, and that is Seward.
Yep.
Seward is our port for one-way cruises. These are the cruises that do by land and by sea. So you can cruise one way, either Vancouver to Seward, Seward to Vancouver, depending on which route is for you. Has a few more stops, but you start off with a land tour.
Yes.
You get to do that magnificent train
Yes,
ride.
and there's so many different lanes. This is why, again, you must, reach out to your straightaway travel advisor, because there's not just one land tour, Zach.
No.
There's tons.
Yes.
So you may be into hiking. Okay, you might be into seeing animals as your bucket list. Denali National Park. I mean, there is just
Gorgeous.
tons to do.
Yes.
So, and you can't do it all. You need to really think about some of the things you want to see and get done on a bucket list, and talk with your advisor. We will help you through it to make it all happen for you. And then after you do your land portion, we will get you on a train, and you will go ahead and take that train for a couple hours to your cruise, where then you will one way to Vancouver with a lot of great stops
Perfect
along
options.
the way.
If Alaska is on your bucket list, reach out to your straightaway travel agent immediately, and let's get that ball rolling, because this is not something you can always do last minute. These excursions go fast. We have connections with our excursion groups, and we're here to get you there early. We want you to have the best sailing, the best experience, at the best cost.
Yes.
We're free,
Yes.
so might as well put that money to good use.
Absolutely,
So, let's make it
absolutely,
happen.
yes. And another thing, is, make sure you subscribe, like our page, and follow, because we will, a lot of times, which they have going on now, is Royal Caribbean will put out there a kid sail free promo, and that is huge, guys.
Talk about
It's
saving
huge.
money.
Yes, kid sail free under 12 and under. Okay, your kid is sailing free on an Alaskan sailing.
Yes.
Okay, you need to plan ahead. I mean, that is big. I mean, remember, it's going to cost you to get out to Alaska. It's going to cost you to get out to Vancouver and Seattle. So, will you save where you need to save? And that kid sail free promo is huge.
Yes.
And they do run them for Alaska in the summertime, which
Absolutely.
is great. Yes.
So guys, make sure and like and subscribe and follow along, because we're going to be talking Alaskan excursions ASAP. So you don't want to miss it.
Well, it was good chatting with you, Zach.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go find us a bald eagle.
Let's go find.
Yes.
Bye.